Shirley Robbins. Also to note, we know that there was a couple of people that voted by mail but then decided to come vote in person. That means that their ballot will count. Their ballot will count that was submitted in person, and their by-mail ballot will be rejected. That's fine. Kelly Muse. Marilyn, hello? Okay. Maureen Johnson. Kelly Nelson. Michael Spooner. Randy Thorne. So here we have another one that hopefully the verification form is in the ballot envelope. We'll see. Yeah, I see it there. That's good. So this one's fine. This one's fine. Yeah, you got it. So we want to keep the ballot and the declaration form separate because we don't want to see how this person voted. We want them to have their secrecy. Darcy Rivet. Brooklyn Spooner. If there's a question of what I'm throwing on the ground, it's the used envelopes that are no longer important. This is still Ivy Bow. Ivy Bowie.
Ivy Bow.
Good. Lois Johnston. Lois Johnston. Ivy Chelsea. Johnson. So Justin sent in a mail-in ballot, but he also came in to vote in person, which is fine. Just creating rejected. Yeah. Stephanie Pierce. Patrice Belanger. Belanger.
Oh, and throw.
Charlotte Bowie. My pronunciation is getting better by the moment, hopefully. Jeannie Hudson. Jerry Bowie. Julie Marklinger. Julie Marklinger. Julia Johnson. You got Julia Johnson? Wilma Dick.
Trying to vote 3 times, eh?
Charlene Robbins. Charlene Robbins. I think. We'll check the status now.
We'll find out later.
Charlene voted in person, so we're rejecting the ballot. I think we talked about it when she came to vote. And that's it. That's good. It makes, just for those of you who are thinking, what's this story with people voting in person and by mail? The reality is it's safer to vote in person because if you make an error in how you package your by mail ballot, it gets rejected. Whereas if you come in person, you know for sure it's going to count. Wilford Johnson. Wilford P. Johnson, because I believe there's two Wilford Johnsons. Starting to know the list a little bit, maybe. Charisse Rousseau. Roy Hamilton. I told you this part's slow. I know that you're looking for a bit more excitement with some results right away, but this is the part we're stuck with. It's always the beginning that's boring. Lori Cesare. Carolyn Blow.
He's down there trying to fix the audio for this, I think.
Because I just tell him I need to write home with him, that's all.
Okay.
Raquel Harry. So Raquel voted in person, so it's a rejected ballot. Nina Hamilton.
No, she's not. Is that supposed to be you? Okay. Yeah.
Marcella Hutchinson. for the Zoom.
That's what Kevin said it was. Kevin said it is.
Yep. Darlene Campbell. Barry Pigeon. Edna Robbins. So another one with no, I think it's just about.
What did you say it was?
This one is just a ballot, no voter declaration form, so it's a spoiled situation, or rejected. There was no name. There was no declaration form, so no work for you on that one. Practically a vacation. Tori Ribbit. You on that page? Floyd Dick. I have no idea what this says. Beth, I believe you might have been a witness, so maybe you can help us figure out who the name is. It's fine. Oh, we have the card number, so I can look it up on my computer, but I have to look that up in a minute. Maybe I'll come back to this one. If it comes to mind, we can look it up, otherwise I'll look it up on my computer. So that last one, we just couldn't read the name on the declaration form. This one is Cyril Nelson. Hoping there's a declaration form in this ballot envelope here. There is not. So it is another rejected ballot because there's no declaration form. That's our third one for that situation. Which happens. Douglas Spooner. Audrey Bowie. Chantel Pigeon. Wonderful that there's so many by-mail ballots, but it takes a while. Hannah McDonald. Deborah DeRose. Alita Johnson. James Johnston. Joyce. We're going to look up Joyce Ignatius. Hopefully that's the match. We've got the status card number to have a confirmation on, so we'll see in a minute. Ends in 3491. Oh, another Joyce. Is there another Joyce? We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Monica Park. Unfortunately, another one with just the ballot. So that's 4 with just a ballot and no declaration form. So it's rejected. On the positive, the turnout was very high. So for those of you who are wondering whether we're going to meet the 25% threshold, we've clearly met that. Leonard DeRose. Kaylee Johnny. Agnes Litke. Voted in person? Okay, so Agnes voted in person, so this is rejected, but the good kind of rejected. Wade Everett Telford, maybe? Telford? T-E-L. Great. It's okay? Michael Litke. Michael voted in person, so another one of the good kind of rejected. Deanna Alstrom, AHL. Nelson Johnson. William Hudson. Charles Paul. Leah Hudson. Dawn Pigeon. James Isnody. James Hill. So it feels like it's inside the secrecy envelope, which it is. Doreen Johnson. Doreen M. Johnson. Okay. Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson. Verna Grinder. Hayden Rivet. Ivan Dick. Okay, another one of the good kind of rejection because they came in to vote. Daniel Bates. Nadine Simard. S-I-M. Charlene Ostrom. This one feels like there's no declaration form in here. So this is a rejected one, not Charlene's, but the next one is. Charlene Ostrom. So we're going to look Charlene up after on the computer just to see if we can't find her on the voters list without having a look on the computer for this status card number to see whether it's possibly under another name. So we've got a few of those at the moment. Cody Ludwig. Kelsey Ludwig. Pauline Zimmerly. Nicole Polachek. So this person wrote their name on the envelope, but they didn't send a declaration form, which means it's still rejected. Unfortunately, we need to have that voter declaration form. Nicole Politics is fine, but the next person's wasn't. So that's number 5 or number 6 that was rejected because they didn't have the declaration form. Bradley Rivet is rejected, unfortunately. It's okay. Bradley Rivet. R-I-V-E-T. We're getting there. Martha Schur. Nolan Gates. Gentles. G-E-N. Beverly Frizzy. So Beverly is rejected because she voted online, which is fine. Elizabeth Esslinger. Sharon Paul. William Chelsea. So we've got the status card number, so it ends in...
Junior came in.
Yeah, so 13601 is the end, so that one's fine. I'm just gonna check the 2 that my deputy electoral officer in Vancouver received in the mail, which are Sarah McDonald. The last 2 that arrived in Vancouver today. Yesterday, actually. But after we left town. Okay. And the next one is Candy Gregory. So the two received by mail in Vancouver today were both accepted. I will add their votes in a moment, when we start tallying. I'm just going to look on the computer here for these three based on their status card numbers. And then we will move to actually counting rather than this extremely boring watching us open envelopes. Thank you for your patience. So these are the three that we opened up that we couldn't find their name on the voter list, or we couldn't read their name on the voter declaration form. So we need to look it up based on their status card number. First one I'm looking up is Kenneth Miller. Kenneth Miller.
Yes.
Okay.
Got that.
All good?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. The next one we're looking up is Charlene DeRose. On the voters list, it's under DeRose. On the declaration form, it's Ostrom.
So I'm looking up DeRose.
DeRose.
Yes. Copy that.
Good. Okay. And the final one is Joyce Johnston with a T.
Yes.
Great. So these three are accepted with a little bit of research. We had 13 rejected by-mail ballots. So of the 13 rejected by-mail ballots, some of them were rejected because they voted in person or online, and the Zoom call, we seem to have lost Zoom. We'll try and get them back. Thank you for the heads up. So 13 of them were rejected. Some of them were rejected because they voted in person or online, which is the good kind of rejection. And then I think we had 5 that were rejected because they didn't have their declaration form, which is unfortunate, but is not unusual. Okay. At this point, we're just going to separate these ballots. In fact, we can put this away. Move it down to there. We're just going to start separating these, tossing the envelopes, making sure there's only one envelope, one ballot in each of these, and then you can put them in the ballot box. You can't read the Zoom check. envelopes, but I'm not. No. And we're back on Zoom. Hello Zoom, we're just opening the by mail ballots. For those of you on Zoom, while we lost you, we've just been opening the by mail ballots. The actual secrecy envelopes and just mixing them in with the other ballots. So you had a mismatch. High quality envelopes. A good seal, unfortunately. Okay, so as we're opening these ballots, I just wanted to double check the rule on when I'm supposed to announce the results of the online voting. And in fact, I'm supposed to tell you those results before we start counting the paper ballots. So why not give you some numbers right away? Recall that we had 244 votes online. There were 243 yes and 1 no. Just for your information, I've had that information in my head since last night at 8 o'clock, but I've told no one other than Luna. Sitting on that information was hard.
Excuse me. Yep. Are you able to move the camera so we can see what you're doing better? Because all we see is the little.
Right. Okay. So basically, here I'll show. I'll do it on screen for a minute because it's entirely.
If you could just move the camera, we saw what you were doing earlier.
Right.
Can someone
The problem is that I believe the camera is on a laptop, which is sitting on the desk here. So I can ask somebody to assist, but we're opening the envelopes, the secrecy envelopes from the by mail voting. They've all been approved, so we're not looking at them, we're just ensuring that there's only one ballot in each of them, and pulling them out and mixing them with the regular ballots. In a moment, it'll be...
And we're checking that there's not 2 ballots in one envelope.
But thank you for the comment. In fact, the people in the audience here might think that you've got a better view than them, but I don't know. We can have a debate. But I hear the wall is probably not at all entertaining. It's getting serious now. Okay. So we now have a full ballot box of all the valid ballots, the ballots that were the ballots that were, look behind you on the screen, you can see what, yeah. So the ballots that were cast in person and the ballots that were validly cast by mail. We're going to dump them out and we're going to start counting. Luna, do you want to go to the board and just tick off? And I'll just be counting yes, no. Luna will mark on the board whether it's a yes or no, and we'll have a tally by the end. I'm going to dump these all here, hopefully without any going on the floor. We're going to look for an empty box. I sure do. Empty box. I am going to look under the flaps here. There are times where a ballot might sneak underneath, but there are no ballots underneath in the box, so we've got an empty box, which is what I will store the ballots in afterwards. Okay, here we go. Are you ready, Luna?
Ready.
Yes. Yes.
Can you bring it closer? The board.
Oh, want to come around? Do the people online want to watch the ballots? I think maybe they want to watch the ballots, huh? Do the people online want to see the ballots or the board?
Yeah, I think it's perfect.
perfect where it was?
Yes, very perfect right there, I think.
Okay, great. All right, so we're at 3 yeses. Yes. 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 No. Yes. 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 No, just leave. Yes. 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 The people who did the multiple folds, you know who you are. Yes. 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 No. Yes. 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 No. Yes. 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 It's an opportune moment for that kiddo to learn the word yes. 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 No. Yes. 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 And finally, yes. I'll do a recount of one of the piles. Okay, so we'll just do a quick count here. Obviously with the nose with 4 and online, oh, you know what? We need to, had to add 2. Not to give away the secrecy of 2 people's votes, but those are the ones that came in on the end of the day. So, is it 30 on each side? Yeah, 30, 60, 90, 20, 15. Yeah? 30, 60, 90, 20, 51, 10, 240, 250, 267. 267 yeses on the paper ballots. 267 yes paper, plus 243 online. Is 510 if my math is correct. I should double check. Yes, 510 yeses, and then we've got the 4 no's on the board plus 1 online, which is 5. And we had 13 rejected, did we say? 13 rejected. So, preliminarily, the results, and we'll do a double check later, but preliminarily, the results are 510 for the yes to the agreement, 5 no, 13 rejected, 0 spoiled. Spoiled as if you brought your ballot back during the vote and had an issue with it. So obviously the agreement has been passed by the Esk'etemc community quite resoundingly. So congratulations to all of you who have been working on it. I don't know much about how this moves forward. I'm sure it takes a little bit of time, and I'm sure you'll hear more from Chief and Council going forward. But I want to just say again, thank you very much for having myself and Luna work with you. It's been a real honor, and it's been a wonderful experience. And congratulations again, and we'll pass the floor to you to move forward on this.
Thank you, Ron. I just want to say thank you for coming out in droves and voting. It's been quite the honor to see so much positive support for this specific claim. Now the real work begins. I just want to again thank you all for voting online and in person. I want to thank Ron and his team all the way down to Vancouver. He's been keeping in touch and making sure everything's moving well. I don't know what else to say. For the first time ever as a chief, I'm speechless. This is the biggest settlement in BC and the second largest in Canada. And we did it. I want to thank you all for coming out and voting. I want to thank the Esk'etemc community, its chief and council for doing the work. I have to say this is probably the only good news I received in February. So it's been a really tough month for me. And I just want to again thank you. Thank you all. And I'm going to sing an honor song for all of those that voted and for our community. I'm also going to sing for all of those behind the scenes, those that were meeting in Williams Lake here in the community, in Kamloops and in Chilliwack and Abbotsford. All of those people that were there behind the scenes doing the work and making it possible so that we can receive as much information as we can and provide as much information as we can so that the people that are out there voting have a pretty clear idea on what they're voting for. So I just want to thank you all again. And without further ado, I look to my council to see if they would like to step up and say a few words. This is a very young council, with the exception of this young lady coming up. But I'd like to introduce my council. This is Irene Johnson, Kevin Chelsea, right there, Edna Robbins, Neil Paul, Carrie Johnson. Regrets are Loretta Weingart and Carrie Chelsea. So I just want to give this opportunity for council to say a few words.
Oh, this is really awesome. You know, our community and our Esk'etemc, we have an opportunity now to do things a little different and to be able to work together with people, every Esk'etemc member. And I really truly want to thank Beth and Doreen and Kevin and Snout and their team, because without all the research and the years of putting together the papers for Beth research and everything, you know, we wouldn't be here tonight. So I really want to thank you for putting in the work. You know, I just got on council. I also want to thank the elders that have been a big part of this over the years that shared their stories. So Cook-Staff-Cook elders, Cook-Staff-Cook team, and thank you, Ron, team, for being here with us tonight. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Beth and them for all their hard work and anyone that is behind the scenes of getting this project done. It's a huge project, and I greatly appreciate our elders that came before me to put all this information down and have it written somewhere that there is history there and there is knowledge that we sometimes forget. So I'd like to thank everyone around this table, in the group of people. Doreen, thank you for, and I'd like to also thank anyone that isn't here today that have gone before us. Thank you.
Hi everyone, Edna Robbins. I just wanted to thank everyone for being here tonight and the awesome turnout. Welcome to all the members that are online via Zoom as well. It's great to see you all. And I just wanted to give a huge shout out to the specific claims team. You guys did a wonderful job. Great work, good work to the council members as well, and especially to the Esk'etemc people. And thank you for allowing me to be here today. Thanks, Jen.
Hello. Oh, right there. Hello. Honestly, we were just over specific claims, and I had a quick sit down, and we're already planning the next stages of what we're going to do with the new specific claims coming up. So as this work is ending, we're wrapping up already for the next set of work that has to be done, because this took 30 years just to get it to this point. And not gonna lie, looking at this is pretty daunting right now, but the excuses we have are pretty much gone. We absolutely need to start buckling down, let you guys know what we're doing. And thanks to the specific claims team. You know, we were trying to help in land and resources as much as possible. It came down to a lot of technical knowledge that we had. So as we move forward, I'm just going to remind the young people that we're going to be looking for your help. Like, head to school, get educated. That's one of the things my dad told me to tell the youth when he was on last council, and I had to come and accept his blanket, because I don't know where he was in a meeting somewhere, and he said, I want you to go to the gym and you stand in a circle. And that's the first time I had my picture taken with council. I had a selfie with him and everything, and that was my message to the community. You know, there's a lot of work coming up, and it's gonna be wrapping up in a way to make sure that the technical knowledge that we have to build is going to build on top of the traditions and cultures we're already strong in. So yeah, no, thanks for your votes. That looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd also like to thank everyone that's here in the gym and also online, and those people that couldn't make it to either view or come in tonight. And we'd like to thank everyone that got us to this stage, especially Beth, who's been here. We were really lucky to have you for pretty much every stage to guide us through this process. And we all can't thank you enough. But we'd also like to thank the other team, like Joy, Urban, anybody who's taken part, Nina, Lynn, even council. This was a lot of work, but it's tiring work, but it's going for something that's going to benefit all of our members, so we were glad to do it. We contributed a lot of our time, even in Lands and Resources Department. It's been a long process. Especially we'd like to thank all the elders who are currently with us and still sharing their knowledge, and the ones who have passed, who aren't here for this moment. because this is a historic night for our members. It's good to see how many yes votes we have there. I'm really glad to see that, we came together as a community and all these amount of people who voted. We're really glad for you to voice your opinion tonight, and this is going to be a long process coming up. We are going to need many different opinions, educated people. This is just the start of everything, and we're just so glad for everyone that took part and everyone that supported us, because it's been a hard process, been sleepless nights, and even tonight it's a stressful day, but it's just just relief for right now to actually get this vote in, and it's going to be a long process planning. And we say, not as council, but as a community, we're going to need your voices and opinions, and what the best do, because we want this money to last the generations. We want our children to be managing this, our great-grandchildren to still have access to this, because this is going to change our community. We can't even begin to think of how this is going to benefit our people in the future. And we're just glad for everyone, even the people who took part in the engagements and in the meetings. Some of the people who can't be here, like some of our council. It's good to have everyone here, especially, I don't even think I mentioned our youth community team of people who, the elders, the opinions, everything that they supported us for, just let us be their voice. It's just an honor to stand here tonight after this historic vote, and we just going to be so glad to see where our next generation is going to be going from here. And thank you.
Sitting here throughout this count here, I certainly remember all of the elders that helped us with all of this. Remember that picture? Every one of them were humble. They were beautiful people. They thought about every one of you guys. It's really hard not to think of all of those people that really helped us. Or they put up with a lot of abuse. They had the hardest time. But they always thought of the future generations. That's why I think it's beautiful here. We have young council that really want all of us to win. All of the messages that have been given out, they were heard. We passed them on as best we could. And the man that I really want to thank for all of his expertise, his patience, his tenacity, is Stan Ashcroft. This lawyer we have that helped us with this really is man head and shoulders over a lot of people in the province. And I try not to have much emotion, but I can't help it tonight because that's a good turnout. That's a good result. But never forget your parents. And all of the people that are out there struggling always. That's one of the first times as Esk'etemc won. We as je plane geweest honkt. We smemmelt eidest ek. Met tilgam stes. We as elkst. All of the work that we're doing will be remembered by the future generations, the kids to come. This one here isn't finished. This is just water alienation. The fight continues. Because I tell all of you, honestly, our ancestors were put down every which way. They were seldom heard. All of the actions came from the outside. And I want you to really say a good prayer tonight for your family, or the ones that got you here, because we couldn't have gotten anywhere near this thing here if they weren't helping us try to win this thing here. So this is just the start, really, of different work, but it's still part of this crowd. We have more. There's other claims, other battles we have to fight. Because I truly mean it when I said our elders were tread upon by all of the outside influences. And I say, kudos to this council, to this young council. Because they never stopped. They're working with this thing here. Beth, been a real soldier in this thing here, just leaning on it. And I think Doreen has really helped put all of this together so that we're putting our shoulder to the load too. Let's continue this thing here and fight those other battles that we have to do. Spitmetka, Scout, yes, when they gave us 13, they took away number 6, and all of our elders got really angry at that. So they gave us number 6 back, but they gave it back smaller. So there's another fight there.
Let's carry on. So we're going to sing an honor song. The song we're going to sing is our ancestors' honor song. Irvin talked about all of those elders that have gone on and moved on. And so, you know, they were the ones that started this work. And there are so many people that were there from the beginning, you know, that are elders today. But all of those elders that have passed on, all those aunties, uncles that have moved on, we sing this in honor of them. And we sing it in honor of our elders today and our future generation.
One of the best on a message to council that an elder said to us today when we're sitting down. He said, the leaders that were chosen to do this are here. It could have been done 20 years ago, it could have been done 10 years ago, but the leaders chosen to do this kind of work are here today. So I just want to really thank the council, because a lot of times, you know, there's a struggle. Specific claims is just one thing we deal with. We have like 40 other things we have to look after. So I want the council to know and to hear that. And these people were chosen to do. You are supposed to be here doing the work. You were chosen. So that was the message I had to bring here tonight.